75 hours of Schedule 1 and $1 million net worth. That's the premise of this video, so sit back and we'll get right into it, guys, and we will see what I've done with my time. Was this a waste of my life or not? The short answer is, if you've got some life to spare, it's not a waste of your life. But it's very addicting, more so than probably the substances. So here you go. Created 19 days ago. I do have a full-time job, so I've played like a fiend. I'm going to get 75 hours in 19 days. Most of it's on the weekends. Anyway, you can see here my net worth is $1 million. There's my character to design. What we're going to do here is I'm going to run around and show you what I've done with my time up to this point. And I've made some footage. I don't know if I'm even going to release it, but I thought I had the coolest thing since sliced bread, and then I looked at it again objectively, and now I know it's not. Okay, we're not going to show you this yet. Let's go check out some other things first here and have a little look around town and see what we got going on. So yes, this is 75 hours of my life that I will never get back. So a very important thing about this game is to make sure you're constantly laundering your money, which is what I'm going to just check right now. You basically need to do this to legitimize the funds. You'll see my cash go down, and then the bank account amount will go up, because almost everything you buy in this game, unfortunately, is with the bloody bank account. I don't know if you can hear my very clicky keyboard. I apologize if you can. Okay, after you play this game a lot, you get really kind of fast at things. Okay, so I'm going to go in here because I've also got this place. I have all the places, so you can launder $20,000 a day. Bam! Green eggs and ham, or whatever they call it, the cheetah, I think. So this is your original apartment here. I put this mixing station because one of the guys that plays with me sometimes likes to mix up his own madness in here. So I keep telling him to disassemble it, but that's okay. I use the same 8 mix for all 3 products. See, right now I've just got everything full of cash. Okay, that's enough about this place. It's not that interesting. Okay, so this is my, this is above the Chinese restaurant here. Now, I had this as so many different things, but here's where I've landed. I've turned it into a single grow up, making just the one kush, because that's all I use to make that Island Balls 12-way mix. This guy's probably out of supplies here. I haven't resupplied them in a bit, but that's okay because I literally have so much product, it's insane. So that's that area. Now, the next area I'm going to show you, I don't know, I don't really have any interest in the meth in this game for some reason. It just, I don't know. So this is the little manufacturing of the meth lab. I've just changed this because I'm now making this into my 8-way mix. So I'm actually going to take this stuff with me. But you'll see in here is it's set up to run automated as well. So this production comes onto each one. They output to each area. I've messed it up. It used to output to here. I've stopped that because it was just making all bricks, and that was kind of annoying. Now I've got this side making bricks, and I've got this side throwing the raw product over here so I can collect it and go mix it. This game can honestly, early on, especially before you automate, this game is more like coming home from work and going back to work. It takes a lot. So 75 hours is not to be batted an eye upon to reach this 1 million. That was a lot. And I played it largely, I'd say about 89, actually more like 90+% of this I've played solo. I had some people come and help me a couple of times, but they're also got their own map and their own thing going on. So it was very short-lived, but it was definitely helpful. And this is where the magic begins. Now, it might not be in operation fully because I was trying to stock my other building before I make this video, but so how this works, yeah, okay, so production is shut down for some reason right now. So we've got 4 racks that each have setups for these guys to grow to coca. I've got this one here for the gasoline. So what happens is we've got all our arborists. Oh, here's the only cheat that I use. That, because then you don't need trash workers. When you get these, like, you need all your workers doing all your stuff in here. So what we got going on in here is we've got these guys growing in the back. I've got 4 guys growing, and they each have 6 pots and 2 drying racks. So each of these pots, 3 of them go to each drying rack. Pardon me. And then because there's 8 drying racks, I have 8 cauldrons. So each drying rack is outputting to a cauldron, and then each cauldron is outputting to an oven. And then various ovens are outputting to the different shelves over there. You can kind of see. So what ends up happening is all of my product gets lined up. There's 1 auxiliary shelf here. I don't think I have 10 workers here. What do we got? We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I do. So I don't have any more for handlers. Otherwise, I'd have them swapping shelves around. I kind of keep this one just for me to put my stuff in. As you can see up here, this is just overflow. I need to do some ordering. We're kind of like falling behind. You got all the beds in here. The big thing is just make sure that you're stocking your briefcases full of money, or your production will grind to a halt. This is just to show you what 75 hours of your life can get you on this game. Another important tip is just always be checking these. As soon as you can deposit, you need to keep this up. Another starting out tip is if you have a van and if you park it in these stalls by these stores, when you buy from these stores, it will automatically load your van. Another helpful tip is if your inventory on your person's empty, you can have it overflow to here, and then you can fill up your personal inventory and the van, so you're taking a lot more stuff at once. And that may not, you might be like, oh, well, how's that relevant? Why do I care about that? Well, I'm going to show you in a minute here, because when you get into more of the higher level of the game, you're going to want to start mixing. And if you've ever sat there in this game and mixed by hand, you know how awful that is. Like, it's awful. And then you play this game for countless hours, so you're tired as all hell, and then you start screwing up the mix. So I haven't restocked this, so it isn't all perfectly stocked yet, but here's what we got going on in here. So I've got two sides. This one side, it ends in a press, and this side, it ends in a baggies. So what we've got here is when you first come in here, this product side is going to be coming to this shelf, and then I've got an auxiliary worker kicking it over. Same thing over here. So we'll run through this side. I load up the product that I want to be made into here, and that's my starting. And then I've got each of these machines inputting into the next machine. I've got handlers that come and put this product onto the machine. They come and load all the machines with the product. As you can see, I've got some of these have auxiliary shelves in behind them. Like, this shelf is not being used. The only production shelves are like this shelf, this shelf, this shelf, these ones, these two, and this one on the end I need to keep stocked. And what I do is I put 8 shelves that have the exact mixing order over here, and I manually stock these. I'm actually going to hire 2 more workers, so I'm going to have one side completely automated. But right now I'm manually stocking all of these. My overflow's on the back, and then I just got to keep these things full, right? So as they get worn down, I'm just kind of grabbing one from here, and we're going to pop it over here to keep the production alive. So like I say, I've got room for 2 more workers. I will be turning probably this side, because I use it more often, into full automation, which means they will take from this shelf and stock into this shelf over here, which should help production quite a bit. This video, I'm just kind of showing you what I got. So on this side, it's identical. This is my start for my product here, and then it basically draws from this one, and then it just like the other side, it's drawing from each of these. So as you can see, some of these are like hung up here because it's the middle of the night and the guys aren't working. But again, I'm just stocking all of these, and then as these get depleted, I'm reordering. So let me tell you something right now, though. When you have 3 productive shelves times 2, that means 6 shelves times 8. So that's 48. So that's 480 product of each one that you need just to load your shelves. So it can get to be a little bit much when you're putting in your orders. But see, here's like the packaging area. Oh, there we go. So this is my new, I just made this stuff, the Super Gold. I didn't even know what it was called yet. So another thing, quick tip, is now once you've made a new product, if you go into here, probably this one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Super Gold. So its suggested retail is $343. You can mark this up about 40%, so that would be like $140. I'm going to mark it up $117. So that would make it $450. And then I'm not going to list it for sale, because then people are going to be calling you for this. So what I've got going on in the end game here, the only one I've got for sale is this Aspen Shart, suggested retail set, and this is the same mix. It suggested retail $735. When I marked it up, you can only mark up to $9.99. So like, I'm literally selling grams of this when people call me for like $1,200. It's super easy. You make about 12 deliveries in a night, and it's insane. Plus the effects of this one covers just about all clients. It's pretty close. So that is definitely a tip. And if you want to be bombarded with whatever product, list it for sale. It doesn't have to be for sale for you to give it to your dealers and to have them distribute. So I literally just have this one. For me, the game's not really about the distribution. I just like building. That's literally it. I love building this stuff, and then I'm kind of done with it. So as you can see here, another thing I just figured out is gold bars. You can stack them, probably just stacks of 10, but instead of just having 1,000 in each slot, that's $10,000. So this is 20, so 10 would be $100,000 per slot. So that's a 100x on your storage capacity for wealth. And as you see, I bought some artwork, and weird stuff keeps happening. Like it's sliding in the wall. This sign that I made, it's supposed to be worker shed and breakfast, got swallowed by the wall. Another smart thing to do is what I've done here. And these went all out of cock. They were all right, but whatever. So I've got my stations labeled here. So 8-way mixing station. We've got number 1. So you 1 OG, 1 Coke, 1 meth, plus 1 motor oil. That's this one. In case you get confused and you run your products out. So then this one, number 2 equals 1 plus kook, right? Number 3 equals 2 plus paracetamol, 4 equals 3 plus gas can, 5 equals 4 plus kook. So as you can see, that way if you have, I'm not going to read that out loud. If you have any issues, then you've got this all labeled. Plus over here, I've got like, this used to be my grow area. I used to grow mass amounts in here. So I haven't disassembled fully all my areas, but I had some shelving that I kept all my seeds and whatnot over here. But yeah, this is my 8-way mixing station. What I'm going to do, just so you can see how glorious this is, I'm going to sleep. And then I'm going to go stock my shelves here so we get some action. All right, look at this. This is awesome. It's a thing of beauty. All these guys roll in and they just start getting to work. Awesome. Look, grabbing product. That guy's bagging. This guy's continuing his mix, making the product. So what do we make here? Aspen Shard. This stuff is so good. And I don't have to do that. I'm just doing it because, see, this guy's got tons. I'm going to have to order him some baggies pretty soon. Oh, wait, I got a bunch over here. Another thing to this game is definitely just being organized is kind of what I think a lot of it falls down to, and having a place for everything. And I mean, this isn't perfect. I'm definitely going to refine this a little bit more. I'm excited for the upcoming changes to the game, like workers having lockers and maybe a bigger delivery van. So like when you go to move locations, like I say, this used to be a grow up that turned into a double 8-way mixing station. So that's why I have 4 vans, so that I could park them outside and just load them up with all the crap, right? So that's also another kind of pro tip is when you're going to build a place, if you've got unlimited wealth, just park all your vans right in here if you want. You just have to leave these slots. Like literally you can park in front of it. They don't drive in. They just appear. So there's that. But yeah, like look at all, oh yeah, I forgot about all this. But as you can see now, these guys will be busy making your product. And I can just bump this one onto here to get it out of the way. And if we go over here. So what I've done is I basically now I'm just making the regular Coke, making my expensive stuff, and then I'm making island balls for the green, and then the meth I'm not even going to sell the standard anymore other than the bricks that I got left. So this is what I'm doing. This is how I spend my life. How do you spend your life? Why don't you put it in the comments below? Anyways, guys, that's about the end of this video for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more content on this game or other games, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have or make a short video about it. So cheers, guys, and remember, it is always about being kind to each other, and I will see every last one of you in the next video. And don't do drugs. This is just for fun. I don't do drugs, so you shouldn't either. Cheers.